right, everybody. We are here streaming today just to kind of bring season 37 to a close. So we'll go ahead and take a look at results, claim rewards, take a look at potential rank ups and maybe what I'm thinking for rank 4s and whatnot. And then we'll end the video off with a bang. So let's go ahead and start off first congratulating the top 3, TCN, GT40, and JA for the top 3 finishes. Congrats to you guys. Solid season. Taking a look at the leaderboard here. The remaining top 10. Congrats to all of these alliances, including my own alliance, NewN, who finished 5th, technically 8th of the top 10. Hey, Irving. Welcome to the stream. Then looking at the remaining top 20 and the rest of the Masters bracket. Congrats to the rest of these alliances here for finishing top 20 and in Masters. Hey, Spider, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. And then just a quick glance at the alliances finishing in Platinum 1. So congrats everyone to either a successful, an okay, or a not okay season 37. So as you know, we were shooting for top 3, technically number 1. Hey, Ed. And we did not meet that goal, which is unfortunate, but you know, it seems that we are pretty easily finishing in the top 10. It's not what we want, but at least we know we don't fall too far from our goal. So let's go ahead and check out these new souped up rewards here. So we now have the tier 6 class catalyst fragments. We get 2 of those, so we'll be at 10%. And then we get a bunch of rank 4 materials. The 2 Nexus class crystals, which are going to be awesome. I believe I'm going skill. There are quite a few I want to awaken, and that's really the goal with these with me. There's not a particular champ I'm after. If they show up because of the class I go after, like let's say Black Cat is a champion I would pick, then they show up, but it's not a big deal if they don't. And then the 5-star or the 6-star shards going towards that big opening in a week when we get our shot at Quicksilver. And we'll take a look at how much we've saved up for that. And then that. So nothing big with those last 2, but, you know, helps with the rank. So let's go ahead and get these 2 skill Nexus crystals. And then if you don't know anything about me, you should know that I'm a little OCD with making things even when it comes to these classes. So we're going to pick the lowest. So 3 of, looks like the lowest is the Mystic and the Cosmic. So we'll start there. And then Mystic and Cosmic skill. Oh, wait, I think we had 4 of those. Nope, we had 3, so that was right. Okay, now Mystic. I think we have 1 more, so Cosmic. All right. Let's take a look at this skill roster of what I've got at 6 stars. Of 6 stars. 2, 1, and what I don't have. Let's take a look at owned first. Things I wouldn't mind: Crossbones dupe, Blade dupe, Stealthy dupe, Hitmonkey, Aegon, Korg dupes. That's pretty much it. And then Sigs, for any of my skill champs that may need it, wouldn't be too bad either. So let's take a look at the 3 and 4s. So Fury, Falcon, Killmonger, all options. Wouldn't mind Awakening Agent Venom, but he doesn't really need it. It's just some extra attack, especially if I don't get hit. But, you know, without the Scorpion synergy and the Kraven synergy, not. Yeah, and then OG Black Panther as well. Helps with a lot there. And then taking a look at what we don't have. I would not mind Misty, Black Cat, That's pretty much it. So if either of those show up, would definitely go for those as well. Hey Max. Hey Answer Man. Welcome to the stream. So let's go ahead and open those. And see what we get from here. All right, Aegon Awakening, taking that. Shang-Chi is obviously Max Sig. We're not doing that. Oof. And here I don't really know. I actually really like Electra. And hope that she gets a buff that makes her amazing. So I'm probably going with Electra here. But at least we got the Aegon dupe. Would have really liked Blade dupe instead of having to fight for a gem. But it is what it is. So crystals, let's take a look at where we are with saved up 6-star shards. So here we are, 406. Got about less than a week before that feature crystal drops. I really want Quicksilver, not just because of his kit, but it's just a favorite champ of mine that I'm kind of after. And then the remaining featured champions, Gallon, Valkyrie, Wiccan, who else is in that? All of them. Gallon. No, I already said Gallon. It's Gallon, Wiccan, Valkyrie, Gore, Quicksilver, and there's one more I'm missing that I cannot think of right now. Anyways, looking forward to that crystal, obviously. Let's take a look at catalysts, because I am pretty close. I do have a rank 4 available, but I'm very close, you can see here, to having a third or second as well. So kind of waiting to decide on that. Again, what I said with the OCD, when it comes to rank 4s, or when it comes to ranking champs, I'm the same way as well. And I'm behind on skill and tech if you're looking at these. So we've got 2 mutants, 2 science, 3 mystics, and 2 cosmics. I'd like to bring the skill and the tech up to 2 each as well. So if we take a look at that, what I'm kind of thinking with the tech, Nebula and Ultron are both part of the war tactic next season, Detox. And I can see them being very valuable for hazard shift nodes with that debuff immunity and shrugging debuffs, and the fact that they're both either half or double immune to some of them. Irving, yeah, I'm trying to stay away from the hype for iBomb because I don't want to save that many shards again. I just kind of want it to happen, and I don't normally do this with feature crystals. Usually just throughout the time the feature crystal is going on, I open as I go, and I don't open any basics. So this is actually the first time I've, in a long time, I think since Mr. Negative, that I've saved up this many 6-star shards. So, and with 6 stones very much available, I would not mind putting them into Ultron to take max advantage of his SIG. And then if we take a look at skill, I'm really looking at Fury. Again, a part of the tactic next season, good for BGs. The skill rank 4 as 2 or 3 is going to be very dependent on who I pull going forward. So kind of hurts a little bit that we didn't pull, Korg or Misty or Black Cat this time around. So it definitely heavy on Fury. I actually do like Valkyrie's kit. It's pretty cool. So if I do pull and dupe Valkyrie, I would not mind that at all as a rank 4 option as well. I think that's it for war rewards. So yeah, short video. What I do want to talk about with war is how my war season went. So I went 63 fights and 0 deaths. 50 of those 63 fights were path and shared fights. And then 12 of those fights were mini bosses. And fun fact of the mini bosses, 8 of the 12 wars and 8 of those 12 mini bosses were all Mangog on 54. So to say I had a niche kind of responsibility this season is definitely hitting the nail on the head. Thoughts on Joe Fixit as a defender next season? I think he can be a very big pain. Rumor is at the moment that Detox is actually Detox debuff is actually bugged where the debuff immunity actually isn't happening, but I'm told that it should be fixed before the season starts as usual. So that makes Joe Fixit kind of a pain, and you're gonna have to use someone who shrugs debuffs instead. Anyways, so 8 of the 12 wars, I took Mangog on 54, and he was 8 of the 12 minis, and then I had one boss, and that was that long Mojo boss with Mr. Negative. Super safe, but yes, much longer than a Human Torch fight. Number of champs I used all season, 11 total, and I actually like to get that number as high as possible. My list included Human Torch, Shang, Mr. Negative, Omega Sentinel, Nebula, Hood, Ant-Man, Hulkling, Archangel, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Warlock. I did bring White Magneto, but he did not end up with a fight, even though he is rank 3. Yeah, so felt pretty good, especially season 36. We didn't actually push. I only died once. It was in a war that didn't count, and it was actually when I was trying to test Mr. Negative against Mangog, and that's when I died. But the season before that was the worst season I've ever had at New Nation, and I actually had 5 deaths. So it was good to have a deathless season and actually confirm that that one season was just a fluke and hopefully never happens again. But yeah, pretty good season for me. Obviously, New Nation missed our goal, so not a good season for us, but it is what it is. We move on, make the adjustments where we need to. But yeah, so the end of this video, what I want to end it doing is actually make this announcement. I am actually going to be leaving New Nation and returning to my home alliance that I was with before New Nation, SSX, which is Savage Squad. The main reason, and it's nothing personal, the main reason I'm kind of moving on is just that I've gotten kind of tired of trying to push for top 3 in war. So I want to take a break, or more so just kind of step away from that. Let's not say pressure, that workload. And I want to go play with a different set of friends. So the leadership group here in New Nation, I love them to death. They're a good group. But there's a group of friends in SSX that I would not mind playing with. And since I don't want to push top 3 and New Nation does, and I think it's a great goal, I personally would like to just go play with those friends. It has gotten to a point for me where I actually don't get upset when someone in New Nation dies. As a whole, the Alliance trying to make adjustments, I'll give my input. But if someone dies in a war, I actually don't get frustrated anymore. And that's kind of a problem. But what has gone on is that we've spent 8 seasons trying to push for top 3 and consistently be there. And we haven't been for the past 8 seasons. We actually got top 3 once out of the 8 seasons. So we missed it 7 times. And keep in mind, in that time, we actually had a long period where the input issues kicked in and we didn't have wars. So there was a long period where we actually didn't even have wars, and I spent time in New Nation. So I think it's been about 2 years to the month that I've been with New Nation. I actually went in, I remember having a Halloween party and being excited about it. So 2 years, I believe, in 2020 that I joined New Nation, and it's been an awesome ride the entire time. But yeah, I definitely, in the past, let's say 4 seasons, I've been back and forth as to whether or not I want to push top 3. And since I keep coming back to the thought, I just finally decided I need to take that time to explore if that's actually what I want. So I'm heading out. What I decided to do at the end of this video, and sorry if you hear licking noises, my dog is drinking water right behind me. I'm going to go through the alliance list here from the bottom up, just because I have more to say about the officers and leadership than I do the actual members, and kind of just give a farewell to each one. And Oakley, I see you in the chat. You left before I could do this. That's why we're at 29-30. It was fun playing with you, Oakley. Good luck at Salty. Hope you enjoy the short time you have before your planned break. Keep in mind as I go through this, there are some members who are somewhat new and I actually haven't interacted with. We also have an entire battle group that's dedicated to Europe time, and we actually don't talk with them that much. So I may not have a lot to say about some of the members in this alliance. So Indy's new. Indy, keep it up, man. You messaged me a lot. That's good top 3 energy to ask how a fight should go and what the experience should be like. You've mostly asked me about Shang-Chi or Mr. Negative, which obviously I'm the guy to go to for that. But keep that up with every fight you've got. Animal, we give you a lot of crap for some of your deaths, but you're a solid player. Same thing, just find some consistency and ask before going into a fight if you're not really sure how it's going to work out. Murph, man, you could have had a perfect season had you paid attention to masteries, but you handled a lot of solid fights for us, especially Doom on 26 with Magneto, and you executed those perfectly when you remembered to change your masteries. So keep it up. Master Flint, you came in, not much to say. Chad, snowflakes, am I right? Gonna miss you, bud. Gonna miss some random jokes in main chat that don't always hit, but I remember days where you were in my battle group and we just kind of boss rushed together so that we made the map easier for everyone else. So take care. Nagase, you were new, but you were very skilled. Enjoyed the short period of time I had with you in BG2. You are a hoss and a beast, so continue being that way if you'd like. Assassin. Assassin, if you guys don't know, reminds me of BG. He hoards a lot of units and doesn't really use them, but he's very smart about how he uses them, and he's constantly active, and that's why he has a lot of units. He doesn't actually spend that much. I think he's as close to free to play as you can be at this top level. But man, if you want a novel on how to play or what to expect in a fight, Assassin's got it. Keep it up, Assassin. B-Man, you're new as well, and you just need to work on your timing, but you're an awesome player. Crisp, keep your head held high, bud. You had a rough season, but you are definitely have the potential of a beast when it comes to carrying the weight load in a battle group. So keep it up and find your consistency. Harry, man. Harry is one of the most consistent guys in the battle group or in the alliance that would message me after I posted videos saying good job and then call out a fight that he enjoyed. So Harry, I loved the fact that you always watched my videos and supported that. I also really enjoyed being in the same battle group with you, even though it was a short time and they had to separate us because the workload we both needed to carry had to help the rest of the alliance at the time. But man, he is the best player that I've never seen fight. He always sent screenshots of his final fight and he'd have a full yellow bar and the opponent would be dead. But I never saw a video. But it was always Harry, just being Harry. Zurafa, man, perfect season, MVP of our battle group this season. And it was all because he got to live out his fantasy of playing rank 4 Null almost all season. And he paired it with a rank 4 Anti-Venom. So there were a few mini bosses that worked out with Conduit. Zurafa, you're a great player. Work on your timing. That's about it. You have the weirdest schedule. And stop letting your dogs bite you. Cry, man. Yeah, dude. Eric knows you really well. He's played with you for a while. I've seen you take bosses and stuff, and you kick ass. This season, your fight load was a little less, and I think it's because of the S99 ban. But I know you're a beast as well. And this season probably didn't go the way you wanted it to, but you're going to be able to redeem yourself in the future. Nook, second only to Finn in BG3. That's about all. I know you want more fights. You just have to play better than Finn. Kai, if you don't know, he has a YouTube channel. He's also in BG3, so I didn't get to talk to him much, but he's definitely a very smart player and thinks things over a lot. Rez, same thing. BG3, Celez, BG3, King, on and off, buddy. The other Haas, he was really happy this season. He finally went through the whole season without dying with Kitty Pride, and that is definitely an achievement for our battle group. But yeah, King, you've been awesome. I know your wrestling season's about to kick off. Hope that's fun. But yeah, it was a joy playing alongside you. Kaner, dude has a huge roster. I actually enjoyed playing next to him as well. Timing wasn't always the best, but you know, if there was a champion we needed that no one else had, Kaner had it, and sometimes he'd actually show up and, you know, annihilate the fight. So yeah. KT, he's in Battle Group 3. I don't talk to him that much. He spends most of his time doing YouTube, which makes sense. He's got a video that drops like every 5 minutes of the day. So KT, just keep being you. Keep rocking that BG score for your alliance. On to officers. This is probably where I've got the most to say because I talk to these dudes every day. And war chat, when a war hits, is going off because of this group. So Nerd, only got to play 2 seasons with you, 1 season being an actual push season. I know you're going to do great things here. I hope you get a top 3 title. I hope you get a champion title with New Nation. He's the fastest planner, and I love the fact that when he assigns, he doesn't make exceptions for people. So if he knows something works and he assigns it to you, he kind of expects you to do it because he knows it works. So he's a bit savage in that. And, you know, when I joined New Nation, that was actually something I really enjoyed, the savagery. So hopefully Nerd brings a little more of that. Eric, thanks for planning almost every war in BG2. I know it's a thankless job, and I know we worked with it together with Infamous, but thanks for putting up with that. I do enjoy when you get pissed off when people die. It's kind of BG, or it's kind of B. Lee energy, who we'll get to soon. So yeah, it was a complete joy playing with you this season, and I was really excited for how well you improved this season. It might be because you didn't play Kitty Pride that much, but still, it was really good to see you play this season. Infamous, I'm going to miss you, buddy. I was real excited when Char brought you in, and we got going, and you didn't have the best season. Actually, I think your first season with us was the worst of your seasons with New Nation, and every season you dropped your deaths as you went on until you finally got that deathless season 2 seasons ago. And then you got put in an unfortunate situation this season where the matchup was just actually not the best call. So I'm sorry you missed your deathless season again. But yeah, man, you've got the knowledge of the game. You're a consistent player. Keep it up. BG2 is going to be relying on you and Eric in the future. I'm going to skip B. Lee because I need to come back to him after. Andy, dude, thanks for doing the job no one wants to do, and that's finding recruits. Without you finding recruits, every other officer would be pulling their hair out from doing other officer work on top of recruiting. So thanks for doing the job no one wants to do. And actually, when Mummy assigns you something and you're not comfortable with it, tell him no. You definitely have the potential of being consistent, but there's no reason you need to be the heavy lifter in BG3 for BG3, especially with the guy above you in your battle group. So Finn, dude, I enjoyed our conversations. You really dive deep into champion kits and how they play and how they interact. And it's things I pick up on too. So I love chatting with you, even though you were sending me a bunch of bug reports that I needed to report on my own to the CCP. But still, it was all interactions that I love hearing about, love thinking about. So just because I'm moving on from an alliance or moving into a different alliance, let's not stop doing that. Tank, played with you at SSX, got you in here. on recommendation, you know, just show up and do the boss work that you've been doing. I think you're gonna pair well with Nerd in Battle Group 1, and you're gonna keep kicking ass with him. But yeah, I mean, I've played with you a lot. Nothing new, nothing that I don't expect from you that I haven't seen. So good job. And then Whitemummy, before I get to B-Lee, thanks so much. All of the graphics you see on my channel, on my pages, they're from Whitemummy. He's a fantastic artist. He is very soft as a person. He loves everybody in the Alliance and doesn't want to see them go. Would rather them all stay. But Mummy is, if there is anything you ever need graphic-wise, reach out to him. Follow him on Twitter. He's always reanimating some stuff that Marvel Contest of Champions puts out. And he's an awesome dude. And he does it unprovoked. So all of these graphics that I have, I actually just started the channel, was doing videos, and then he was like, hey, I did this thing for you, check it out. So yeah, I can never thank you enough for everything you've done for this channel, Whitemummy. But yeah, keep up the officer work in BG3. You run a tight, consistent ship. And as you said, keep giving Finn the insane workload, because any officer is kind of a dummy for not doing that in a battle group. And again, I'll get back to B-Lee, but we'll go to the leader, Sam. Sam is an awesome leader. He's the most level-headed, well-thought leader I think I've ever had. And that's exactly what you need in a leader. You don't need this leader to be like the rest of the officers. You need this leader to kind of organize us, and that's what he did. He took everyone's opinions and, you know, formulated a game plan and made the decision, put his foot down and made the decision on what we were going to do when we would talk in circles. So, Sam, you don't talk much, and you're constantly opening crystals and getting the new champ the day it drops. But yeah, keep it up. Awesome leader. I don't think there'll be another leader that I actually play for that does a better job than you. And then on to B-Lee. B-Lee, what can I say? I held you for last because you've probably been the most influential for me in New Nation. B-Lee was all about getting me in when a recruit found me. I believe it's Samir or Samir. I'm not sure how he actually pronounces his name. I'm probably going to get corrected later. But he thought I was a good player. You saw the stuff, and then you said, just bring him in. I need some help. And then you threw me into the fire, man. I went from assigning wars and taking an even amount of the load to not assigning wars and then taking a big chunk of the load in boss rushing wars. And I actually got pushed to what I did not know I was capable of. I probably thought I could do it, but someone finally pushed me there and I was doing it, and the motto just started becoming, it's just another day. So thanks, B-Lee. I don't think I would have ever realized my top war potential without you, just kind of throwing me out there and doing it. And I just love your personality in Alliance. B-Lee does not take any crap. He will call you out for your BS, and he will tell it to you straight. And he does not care about your feelings. Once we talk about it and you know about it, we move on when we fix it. But yeah, I'm probably going to miss interacting with B-Lee day to day the most. And it sucks that I couldn't be in his battle group the entire time I was in New Nation. But that's it's kind of how it goes. You have to have even battle groups. So thanks, B-Lee. And thank you, New Nation. So I'm not leaving now. How it's going to work out is that I'm just going to go ahead and wait until we get recruiting figured out. I'm helping with that process. And once we've got recruits lined up and we are all ready to move, whether it's during AQ or not, because both alliances are running Map 5, I'm going to make the move. But yeah, it was fun. I'm not saying the push for top 3 is gone forever. I'm just saying right now I'm definitely going to take the break. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for being around for the opening. Thanks for sitting around, listening to me talk about the rest of my alliance. Hey, Love Shack. Yep. Moving on. I'm taking a break from top 3. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday night. And I will still be doing all of my videos on war the exact same way. It's just going to be with a different name in the near future. So you guys take care. Have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye.